The Forest of Mirrors. Once upon a time, there lived a girl named Anselma who never smiled unless there was a reason. Her father said she was wise. Her mother said she was cold. But Anselma said nothing, for she preferred the silence of books and the company of her own questions. One autumn afternoon, while chasing a moth that shimmered like silver cloth, Anselma wandered beyond the edge of the orchard and into a forest no one in her village dared to name. The trees there were tall as towers, and their bark was so dark it looked burned. Yet their leaves were glass clear and clinking softly like wind chimes. After some time walking, Anselma came to a path split in two. At the fork stood a sign that read, "To find your way, look at your face. But beware the mirrors, they never lie with grace." She chose the left path. It led to a wide clearing filled with mirrors, dozens, hundreds, some broken, some perfect. Each one stood tall like a soldier, yet none reflected her image. Instead, one showed her as a child with her eyes shut tight. Another showed her smiling like she never had. Another, older, bent-backed, weeping. "None of these are true," she whispered. "That is not their job," croaked a voice. She turned to see a figure dressed in moss and feathers, neither man nor beast. His eyes were buttonholes. Mirrors do not show truth. They show possibility. The forest feeds on what you believe. "I believe I want to go home," said Anselma. The figure nodded. "Then you must pass through the 3 doors." He handed her a silver acorn and vanished. The mirrors shifted and cracked, forming 3 crooked doors. One carved with a laughing mouth, one dripping water, one made entirely of thorns. She chose the one with thorns. Inside, there was pain memories she'd buried, voices she'd silenced, questions she had never dared to ask. Her fingers bled as she walked through, but she kept the silver acorn tight in her palm. At the end, there was a 4th mirror playing, unbroken, still. This time, it showed her, not smiling, not crying, just standing, breathing. A silver acorn pulsed warm in her hand, then dissolved into light. The forest whispered, "You did not need to be better. You only needed to be braver." When she stepped out, the orchard was before her again. Her hands were scarred, but her eyes were open. From that day on, Anselma smiled sometimes for no reason at all.